Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about the conversation every couple needs to have before kids. So a little bit of background about me. I've been married for 5 years plus. I have two little boys, two energetic boys. Yes, boys. So here's what nobody tells you. You can want kids with your whole heart and still be terrified. You can be in a loving marriage and still have no idea how a baby will change that. And the couples who struggle the most after kids, they aren't the ones who love each other less. They are the ones who never had that difficult conversation on the other side of the door. So today, I want to walk you through the 5 conversations that I believe every couple needs to have before they start trying for kids. Not the surface level stuff, I mean the real deal, the real stuff. So number 1 is, who are you when you're exhausted? So here is a question that sounds dramatic but isn't. What does the worst version of you look like at 3 a.m.? Because here's the thing about parenthood. It doesn't just reveal your best qualities. It reveals every single crack in your patience, reveals cracks in your communication, your ability to regulate your emotions. If you and your partner haven't seen each other completely depleted, and I mean the kind of tired where you're not proud of how you acted, then you haven't seen the full picture yet. So talk about it now. Ask each other. Ask this question. When you're running on empty, do you get short? Do you withdraw? Do you blame? Because that 3 a.m. version of you is going to show up. It's going to show up a lot. And knowing that version of each other before the baby arrives, it means you can actually build a game plan for those moments, instead of letting those moments tear you apart. So the second conversation, I believe, is the division of everything. I'm going to say something that might sting a little. In most heterosexual relationships, even the most progressive ones, the mental load of parenting still falls disproportionately on the mother. It's not about who is a good partner and who isn't. It's about the invisible work, such as the doctor's appointments, the diaper stock, the developmental milestones, the research at 11 p.m. about whether that rash is normal. Have that conversation now explicitly. Not we'll split things 50-50. No, that's a fantasy and you both know it. Get specific. Who handles night feeds? Who stays home when the baby is sick? Who carries the mental checklist? If one of you is planning to be the primary parent, what does the other person's support actually look like? And I mean tangibly, not philosophically. Write it down. If you have to write it down, because resentment doesn't come from a bad relationship. It comes from unspoken expectations. Number 3 is, how we handle conflict now is how we will handle it then. Simple. I've seen this pattern in so many couples that I know, and I've lived it myself. If you and your partner tend to sweep things under the rug, a baby will set that rug on fire, like literally set that rug on fire. Because kids amplify everything. Unsolved tension becomes a third person in the room. The way you fight or don't fight before kids is a preview of your marriage under the maximum stress of parenting. So ask the uncomfortable questions. How do we handle it when we disagree about something big? Do we give each other the benefit of the doubt, or do we assume the worst? Do we repair quickly after arguments, or does the tension linger on for days? These aren't personality questions. No, they aren't personality questions. They are skills. They are skills that we need to build. But you have to be honest about where you're starting from. Really, you have to be honest. So the fourth one is the uncomfortable money talk. Money is the thing couples avoid talking about until it's already a problem. And with kids, the costs aren't just the obvious ones. It's not just diapers and daycares. It's the career, it's the career hit one parent takes. It's the medical expenses. It's the unexpected everything. So ask each other, What does financial security actually mean to you? Is it a number in the bank? Is it a stable job? So the freedom for one parent to stay home, is that it? Because those definitions can be wildly different between two people who have never had to name them out loud. Here is the harder question. If money gets tight, and at some point it probably will, how do we handle that together without turning on each other? The fifth question, who are we outside of being parents? Okay, this is the one I think matters most, and it's the one almost nobody talks about. You're about to become someone's mother or father, but you still need to be a wife, a husband, a friend, a person with interests and dreams that have nothing to do with nap schedules. Yeah. If your entire identity collapses into parenthood, your marriage doesn't just take a backseat, it disappears for real. So make a pact now. Before the baby, what are the things you will protect? Are we going to protect date night? Are we going to protect a weekly conversation that isn't about the kids? Are we going to protect individual hobbies? What does staying connected look like when staying awake feels like a luxury? Because the couples who make it through the hard years, they aren't the ones who had an easy baby or the right stroller. No, they are the ones who kept choosing each other even when it wasn't convenient, even when they weren't sure they had anything left to give. So finally, none of these conversations are easy. I know some of them will be uncomfortable, and a few of them might even surface things that you didn't know were there. But here is what I know. The couples who have these talks before the two pink lines show up, I mean the pregnancy test, they are not the ones who have perfect marriages. They are the ones who go into parenthood as a team and stay a team on the other side. So sit down, pour the coffee or the wine, whatever hour it is, and start talking. Please do it now.